Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a Beckett Basketball Card Monthly. This one is from August of 1995 and features Clyde Drexler in the Houston Rockets uniform. Most of us remember Clyde Drexler more with the Blazers, but this one is when he was with the Rockets. Rocket launch, and the Rockets are doing pretty good this year, so I thought this would be appropriate issue. On the back, Joe Smith, #1 pick, Golden State Warriors. Now, I remember him as a Bucks fan. He was with the Bucks, and he was a solid player, a good role player. He would get you 17 points and 10 rebounds, but he was not a star, even on the Bucks. But he was a very solid player. So if you were putting a team together, he would be if you didn't have like a superstar at the power forward, but you had superstars at some other positions, he would be a good complement, very good complement to those other players, and he would get you your 17 points and 10 rebounds, but he wasn't going to get you 30 points a night or even like 15, 20 rebounds. He's not going to do that, but he'll get you 10 rebounds and he'll get you 15 or 16 or 17 points a game. Pretty good shooter, and solid. But #1 pick, you're kind of looking for a superstar there, and that wasn't Joe Smith, but he was a good player, a solid player, and a good piece if you were trying to build a team. But you have to have role players on a team, similar to on the front here, Horace Grant. He was kind of a solid role player, similar to Horace Grant, and of course Horace Grant very successful with the Bulls. This one has some nice cameos as well. This picture here, we got Penny Hardaway, and then we got Shaq as well in those beautiful Orlando Magic uniforms. I was originally a fan of that team, Orlando Magic, and then became a Milwaukee Bucks fan. But let's take a look at this August 1995 issue. Inside cover has a nice artwork of Shawn Kemp. Very nice. Seattle. And then Jason Kidd over here. Kidd passed the rookie test. The Highland Mint ad here. There's some interesting Jordan shoes. And always interesting, you have these oddball kind of cards that obviously somebody has to make them, and looks like Hoops made these oddball cards for the company Schick, which is a razor blade. Rodman there in the Spurs uniform. Nice Elvin Hayes card, 74, 75 tops. Here we have an ad for Fleer. I'm not sure. Okay, there's a flare. Look for 27 hardwood leader super premium cards. So I don't get it. You get a flare card in a Fleer pack? Huh. I know I have some of those hardwood cards, but I didn't realize they came in Fleer. Huh. I did like this set. It was just a lot going on, maybe too much going on, but it was kind of interesting. Just plain good. And yeah, he was plain good. Joe Smith. And it's, yeah, the name Joe Smith is ironic because he was a very lunch pail Joe, they call him, just solid player. Joe Smith, very plain, but yeah, good. I wouldn't say great, but very good. This was my my set as a kid, collector's choice. One of my favorites. Easy to pick up a couple packs when you go to the store with as a kid. Intense. That was a nice set. And we got the David Robinson there. I just love this, the whole emotion artwork, or not the artwork, but the photography was just great. Nice shot of Reggie Miller. The mailman delivers for Fleer Ultra. Those die cuts, that was a big thing. 93, 94. Upper Deck SE. The Tall Boy Jam Session. Hot list here we have Grant Hill, number 1, Jordan, Shaq, Jason Kidd, Penny Hardaway, David Robinson, Glenn Robinson, Sean Kemp, Jamal Masburn, and Latrell Sprewell. That Bill Russell card, 1,800. That card has gone to be a very popular card for people that are seeking vintage basketball. Kareem rookie 600 has went up. Jerry West 650. Will Chamberlain 1,200. I would like to get the Oscar Robinson 500. Got some 70s basketball here. The 76-77 Tall Boys. I'd like to get the Kareem if I could. Listed at $30 there. Bird Magic, $400 on the multi player panel cards. The Jordan Star card, 2,700. Let's see what the Clyde Drexler 86 Fleer that they show right here. What is that? $60. I wonder what his Star XRC is. Because I was looking at, of course, they made that Topps Archive set. And they showed a picture of an 80 kind of an 83 tops. So it must be. I must have to go back even farther. For Clyde Drexler, XRC 225 for the star, which is interesting. They show some of these, you don't think of these cards, but like the 83, 84 star, never even, I hadn't even thought about that. But there's a lot of players that, rookie cards or XRCs, if you will, such as that Clyde Drexler, that you wouldn't think of. I never even thought of it, but kind of interesting when you go back and look at it. For me, the Terry Cummings is interesting because he was a buck. Also, the Ricky Pierce, $20 for his XRC. It's hard to tell with those star cards because there's a lot of stories about dealers setting up and they have a whole booth full of star cards, and then, like, where are you getting all these cards? Into the junk wax, the Beam Team Shaq 150, Jordan 100 for the Stadium Club Beam Team. Very few refractors listed for the 93-94. But the Jordan, they listed 250. They really condensed that in this issue. And that was before they announced that there were some that were shorter printed than others. And I don't really understand the details of that, but that appears to be something they acknowledged later on. The 93 Scoring Kings Jordan 125 in hobby packs. As that was where that was available. So that would have been a good deal to pick it up for 125 at the time. Like I said, those die cut cards, Shaq 180. So this is a good one, just for to show some perspective on things. I have this 94, 95 finest rack pack, Glenn Robinson, $70, and it went down. It was more than that. There's just, now you can pick it up for, I don't know, less than 10 for sure. Probably $5 you can maybe be able to pick it up for. But $70, what would you rather? I mean, you can get a lot of cards back then for a similar amount. That card really went down. The Intense Jordan 100. Just a lot of nice inserts in those days. They started, especially, it seemed like basketball had more, I don't know, flashy kind of cards that, well, baseball, they would start to have some too, but these in basketball just seemed a little bit more maybe unique or something. I don't know. baseball seemed more simple. They would start to have some nice inserts, but it seemed like basketball was a little more unique. Here we have the dealer section. It went up to 94 upper deck, and then we have the dealers section here. Burbank, no website listed at this time. We have the survey. I did fill that out and send it in a couple of times, maybe. George Gervin, Iceman. This finger roll was just something that was pretty amazing. We got Joe Smith there. Twice is nice. We got some Houston Rocket players here, and of course an article. Clyde Drexler. While Milwaukee's Glenn Robinson left Purdue after his junior season, Philly's Sean Bradley joined the NBA with only one season of college basketball under his belt. Talking about underclassmen. That's a nice Shaq Intense. Rookie review. So what did they say about Glenn Robinson? His numbers are incredible, whether they're on the stat sheet or on the big dog's meaty contract. 21.9 points per game. Number one among rookies. Yeah, I felt like he had a really good rookie year, and he just kind of stayed he started out great, and he kind of just stayed at that same level. He was great scorer. He kind of just stayed at that level and didn't really get much better. We were hoping he would turn into like what Giannis has done or something, not even maybe that like that, but just someone that's going to score 28 a game or something. But no, he just stayed at kind of 21 points a game. Jason Kidd, of course, had a long career and then became a coach. It's a good draft, though. Eddie Jones, Juwan Howard, Grant Hill, of course. Jalen Rose, of course. John Starks. Looks like they interviewed John Starks here. That's a nice Kareem card. What is that? Back in 72, 73, at the beginning of his Hall of Fame career, legendary center, then with the Bucks, was listed simply as Kareem Jabbar on front of his Ice Bear issue. I'd like to get that card. That is a nice looking card. I'll have to look that one up. Wow. That one is very nice. Uncommon Commons. And some nice artwork on the inside of the back cover with Patrick Ewing. And then Joe Smith on the back. I always thought that Clyde Drexler looked kind of old in the tooth when he was with the Rockets, but then I looked at kind of his rookie year. I have that Topps Archives of Clyde Drexler. He looked like he was 40 as a rookie. So he kind of is one of those people. Some people look older than they really are. He seemed to be one of those people. But yeah, great player and helped the Rockets win that championship there. And that is your August 1995 Beckett Basketball Card Monthly. For more Beckett reviews, visit my channel. Thanks for watching.